Elon Musk has founded a new political party. Republicans are worried, but Elon could have the most to lose. Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell. Before we begin, in 2025, more than half of companies are already using AI. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, they've all laid off thousands of people, and 40% of people fear AI will take their job this year. It sounds scary, but here's what you're not seeing. These same companies are also hiring people who understand AI and can use AI tools. If you have a job, run a business, freelance, or are building something of your own, knowing how to use AI is not optional anymore. The people who learn AI will outrun those who don't. So if you want to stay ahead, I recommend you start learning AI today. Specifically, I recommend you join this upcoming 2-day AI training. It will take you from a beginner to advanced AI professional in just 16 hours. It's valued at $895, but we've partnered with Outskill to provide 1,000 free seats for America Uncovered viewers. This 2-day program offers 16 hours of live AI training spread across 2 days. And it's happening this coming weekend on Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll gain in-depth knowledge on a wide range of topics, like how to create amazing images and videos using AI tools, and how to automate your work to save time and make you more productive, and even build a side hustle that can make you $10,000 a month. Slots are filling up fast, so click the link in the description to book your slot. Make sure to join their WhatsApp community to receive updates. Also, the introduction call and first session for the 2-day training happens this Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, so don't miss it. And now, back to the show. On July 4th, Elon Musk conducted a poll asking if he should create a new political party, with over 65% of respondents saying yes. Though, as many were quick to point out, this poll wasn't restricted to just American users. Any number of those votes could have just as easily come from Mumbai as from Breezewood, Pennsylvania. And that's assuming they were even cast by humans. But you know what? I'm fine with this. It's about time someone gave a voice to one of America's most marginalized and underrepresented communities. Hot singles in your area. As a result, paperwork was filed on Sunday with the Federal Election Commission for the America Party. The thing is, later that day, Musk stated that it was a false filing and that it was being reported to the FEC. Naturally, instead of clarifying this little factoid on his own profile, he left it as a comment in response to one Tesla boomer mama. Listen, if you have the time, please go out and play Metal Gear Solid 2. Because if this show has taught me anything, it's that trying to follow the news will actually drive you insane. It's a fact-free world we're living in. X is a dumpster fire, government sources are full of false intel, and the truth is buried in the comments of frickin' Tesla boomer mama. All this junk data preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate. Now, even if this wasn't the real filing, Musk has repeatedly expressed his desire to form a new party. So let's go with the assumption that he's not just on a ketamine bender and that he's actually serious. If anything, starting a new party is a big undertaking. There's a lot more to it than just getting a bunch of likes. You need ballot access, a ground game, a platform, not to mention candidates. Obviously, Musk isn't going to be taking Trump's job since he was born in South Africa and doesn't qualify. I guess they could try running billionaire investor Mark Cuban, who says he's on board with Elon's idea of a new political party. Oh, I get it now. They want to trick Democrats into voting for Mark Cuban by making them think they're voting for Rachel Maddow. Clever. But in all seriousness, the America Party isn't really aiming for the presidency. In fact, Musk isn't trying to win anything. So why even bother? Well, as it stands, the current number of third-party candidates holding federal office is 0. But like all third parties, the America Party can play the part of spoiler. Now, it's debatable whose campaign Musk would be spoiling. No official polling has been done to gauge Democrat support, but judging by the number of swastika-covered Teslas and burnt-up dealerships, my guess is the left isn't too keen on giving Elon their votes. However, a poll by YouGov did show that 6% of Republicans would side with Elon Musk over Donald Trump. And while that doesn't sound like a lot, in a two-party system where races are tight, every fraction of a percent counts. See, according to the Census Bureau, there are approximately 174 million registered voters in the United States. Of those, about 37.8 million are Republican. If 6% of those Republicans defected to the America Party, that would account for a little over 2.2 million people, or about 1.3% of the electorate. Now, here's a map of all the House and Senate races over the last 4 years where Republicans won by less than 2%. So with Republicans holding razor-thin majorities in both houses, targeted campaigns by the America Party in just a few states could spell doom for Trump and the GOP. So why is Musk doing this? For one, he promised to unseat Republicans who helped pass Trump's big, beautiful bill, since in his view, it adds too much to the national debt. That's the charitable view, anyway. The thing is, Democrats aren't exactly known for their small government fiscal conservatism, so handing back the legislature to them probably won't do anything for the debt. A less charitable interpretation is that Musk is just mad that the bill ends tax breaks for electric vehicles, which could end up costing Tesla over $1 billion annually. So maybe it's less about the debt and more about protecting his bottom line. It could be that Musk is telling Trump, do what I say or I'll torpedo your entire party. But Musk isn't the only one making threats. On the other end, Trump escalated his feud with Musk and threatened to slash billions in subsidies and government contracts for Tesla and SpaceX. He even threatened to send the Shiba Inus after their former master.
Those is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible?
Last month, former Trump advisor Steve Bannon suggested hitting SpaceX with the Defense Production Act.
President Trump tonight should sign an executive order calling for the Defense Production Act to be called in SpaceX and seize SpaceX tonight before midnight.
To clarify, the DPA wouldn't allow the government to seize SpaceX outright. But what it could do is force SpaceX to prioritize government contracts. That means putting private orders for things like Starlink to the wayside, potentially losing billions for the company. But whether or not any of this happens, Musk is already feeling the pain. The feud has led to uncertainty about his business's future, causing stock prices to tumble. And with all this happening, it's not just the government who will be coming after Elon. He could wind up in the crosshairs of the company directors themselves. You see, companies like Tesla and SpaceX aren't actually a one-man show. The majority of both companies are owned by investors, both institutional and private individuals. If the CEO is picking fights with the government, losing billions in the process, the boards of those companies are legally obligated to protect investors by putting a stop to it. Otherwise, those board members could be sued for neglecting their responsibilities. So it's very likely that at some point, Elon will be called into a meeting and told, if you don't calm down and make nice with Trump, we will. If Musk refuses to drop this whole America Party crusade, he could be removed as CEO by a majority vote. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent predicted as much.
So I imagine that those board of directors did not like this announcement yesterday and will be encouraging him to focus on his business activities, not his political activities.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what the investors think now that the weekend is over and markets are open again. My guess is that someone on Tesla's board is going to pop in and tell him, if you could quit poking the orange man and making everyone hate us, that would be great. But what do you think? Does the America Party have a future, or will it be Musk's undoing? Leave your comments below. And don't get left behind when everyone else is learning how to use AI. Be one of the first 1,000 people to click below and book your slot for OutSkills AI training this weekend. I'm Chris Chappell. Thanks for watching America Uncovered.